All my people, can I get a hello? I go by the name of Seek. I'm representing the Hello Effect podcast, also the Worldwide Fleet DJs, Did You Ask Media. And we live at the Penthouse, the only place if you're trying to be seen and heard is for New Music Wednesdays. Well, I got the pleasure sitting next to right now.
Hi, I go by the name of DJ Blue Diamond, baby.
All right, so where you representing from?
I represent for Long Island and Brooklyn, period.
All right, so which one, though, you been there the most? Because you said both of them.
See, I was born in Brooklyn, and then I was raised in Long Island, but I always came back to Brooklyn. I kept cutting school to go be raised with the Brooklyn people. You feel me? So I feel like I'm both.
I get it. You are both.
Once you Brooklyn, you don't lose it. So it's like.
All right, so how did you get into DJing?
I was prior video vixen, so I was already in the scene. I was a bartender, so I worked with a lot of artists like 50 Cent, Trey Songz, Yo Gotti. But at the time, the transition of video vixen era, they weren't getting paid anymore. So I'm like, hold on, I came into this for the check, and there's no check. I'm out of here. So, it was like, what's next? What revolves around music and that you could do and that's going to pay you. And at the time, I didn't feel like there was too much competition in the women DJ field. And then I got into it, and I found out there's so many women DJs.
That's a fact. So what you love most about DJing?
I love the fact that I could control a crowd of people with music. I could control a vibe with my energy and just music. So I like that.
All right, so what you like playing the most, though, like far as like records?
I'm very versatile. I'm from New York, so being from New York, you got to be able to play a little bit of everything. I would say right now I'm into dembow a lot, and I love house, the new house wave with the Afro vibes.
All right, so what kind of DJ are you? Because I know it's radio DJs, it's club DJs, it's all type of DJs.
Again, like I said, I'm from New York. You got to be able to play everywhere. Like, you got to be very versatile. So I've done radio, but I'm more so focused on clubs. I don't like to do weddings and all those private events. That's too personal for me. Mm-hmm. So I focus more on the club scene.
All right, so how was the transition, though? Because you stated that you started as a video vixen. I had dreams that one day of DJing because I love music so much or whatever. So how did you make that transition, and was that easy for you to hop in that field? Because it ain't just playing records, because everybody think DJs, I'm going to just play the record. It's more than that. So you mind explaining that?
My transition, I was very lucky because, like I said, I came from a scene where I was already in the clubs.
Yeah.
And I already knew the club owners, I knew promoters and things of that nature. So they gave me an opportunity, and I was very blessed to have these opportunities. I wasn't the best when I started, and I think till 10 years later, I'm still learning because there's new things, new ways to DJ every day. But I was very blessed in having the support from my community and the fellow people who I was prior working with.
That's what's up. So what's the pros and cons of being a woman in the music business for you, your point of view?
Everybody, I don't like that question too much because everybody makes it like it's not hard for guys too.
No, it is, but I feel like, let me just break it down how I think. Men tend to want things from women in this type of business. Okay. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, was it that type of energy? You know what I mean? That's why I said the pros and cons.
I never had that problem. I never came across that problem. And why? I think that's all in your aura and how you present yourself and how you talk to people and how you allow people to talk to you. Men only go as far as you allow them to.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? So if you approach me and you're trying to flirt with me and I pause you, pump you right there, you're not going to continue. You got what I'm saying? Because you caught my drift real quick. Hold on, she not to be fucked with. Can I curse?
Yeah, we adults.
She not to be fucked with. And I think you could just tell sometimes in a very quick conversation with a woman. Like, she's not the one.
All right, what about the respect level, though? Because let's put it in this perspective. You know what I mean? At one point in time, men didn't respect female rappers at one point in time. You know what I mean? They had to earn that respect. How do you feel as a DJ? Do you get the respect?
In the beginning when I first started 10 years ago, they were still on that whole, if you don't know how to DJ on turntables, then you're not a real DJ. And it's like, get out of here, because everything is revolutionizing and things are new and
Technology,
so
exactly.
turntables. I got turntables. I want to spend $1,500, $2,000 on turntables that are sitting collecting dust in my house just to
That's
prove a
fact.
point, and it doesn't even matter anymore. So I don't know.
All right, so as a DJ, do you want to like, or have you rather, put out like an album? Have you ever put out an album? Or do you want to put out an album? Like, far as a
I'm
DJ?
currently doing music.
Okay.
I always said that for you to make it internationally as a DJ, I think to get out of your community, you have to put out music and things that are going to take you out and reasons for why people are going to look at you as a DJ. So, yes, I'm working on music. My projects right now are based around the genre of dembow,
Okay.
so which is a Dominican form of like
Oh,
reggaeton.
you
Really
Dominican?
fast. Yes.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, that's what I'm putting out right now in hopes to get out of, which I have been blessed to DJ out of the States, but I want my music to be the reason why I go out.
All right. Last question. As a DJ, what do you currently love about hip hop?
As a DJ, what do I currently love about hip hop?
Yeah, because you know you hear so many mixed things about it. You know what I mean? I want to hear from your perspective.
At the moment, I'm not very happy with the hip hop genre. Why? Because we took what was something that I felt like it had meaning at some point, and now is kind of meaning. I don't want to say meaningless because I love the genre of
Yeah,
hip hop,
yeah, yeah.
but I feel like right now it's so passive. Music is just like, oh, what can I play in the club that's gonna make the girls move their butts, you know?
that's a fact.
And it's like a lot of these songs don't have any meaning behind it anymore. So I'm kind of upset about that, and I'm hoping that we have. I'm gonna go into R&B. Like we have artists like Mariah the Scientist
Okay.
now who they have more meaning behind their music, and I'm hoping to see a little bit more of that.
All right, so just let the people know where they could continue to support you at and follow you at.
My name is DJ Blue Diamond, and you can follow me at Blue Diamond DJ. Everything spelled correctly. Bye.
All right, once again, I go by the name of Seek, represent the Hello Effect Podcast, Worldwide Fleet DJs, DigiWax Media. We at the Penthouse for New Music Wednesdays. Hello. Can